Hey guys, this is Lilith every night. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and I just wanted to do a review on one of my new favorite Oracle decks. And I really felt so intuitively connected to this deck. I was surprised when I brought it home because sometimes I bring decks and it takes me a while to warm up to it, to the deck. And sometimes I try not to just look at the deck for what it looks like on the outside. You can't judge a book by its cover, so I was hoping that this time I wouldn't feel so disconnected to the things that, I feel drawn to. And this one I felt so connected to. And this is by Fiona Horne. And I love this deck because it's very beautiful, of course, and it's very simplistic. It's straight to the point, and it teaches you how to use the cards. I mean, of course, every Oracle deck does that when you get a guidebook, of course, but like this one to me was a little bit more unique because when I did draw out my cards, I know you guys probably saw me in the mirror a little bit, but uh, I didn't just wake up. I just had to make a few phone calls, and I wasn't worried about too much about my appearance on this video, so I decided to focus on the deck, not on my face. But yeah, anyway, so here is the guidebook. This is what the guidebook looks like when you take it out. This is the back, and let's see. This is what it looks like inside. Here are the contents telling you which card is where, and introduction. This is how this is the part that I felt like what was so unique about the cards is that it tells you how to use the cards. It has a spread, how to use different spreads, but it really teaches you how to be a better reader too. It tells you to take out a notebook and write down what you feel is what you feel the card is telling you intuitively. And I'll show you an example by what that may mean to you or me or just in general. So here it comes with these little little tips right here. When, let's just say, you have a question about a job or something or a relationship, and this card may pop up, and you're opening the guidebook to see what the meaning is. But right here, it may tell you to do a little, mini ritual or something. Or, that's just an example. It might not have to be a ritual, but, if you're a crafty, if you're witchy, if you're a witch, or if you're a spiritual person and you understand that kind of lingo, or divination, of course, then you would like this deck. So yeah, this is what it looks like inside. It's kind of blurry, but I'm gonna try to okay. So there you go. It's very beautiful and very dramatic art, but that's just an example of what it looks like in the book. Okay, so these are the actual cards, which I love because I love keys. I love the style of old-fashioned keys. I love skeleton keys. I'm not sure, I don't think this is a skeleton key, but either way, it's still pretty. I love the spiritual, symbolic meaning of keys anyway, so when I saw that, I was automatically drawn to that as well. And so let's just see what the cards look like. So this is just how, they're gorgeous. I pulled out, that was one of the cards that I pulled out when I did myself a reading. This is just very surrealistic art, surreal art, dark art, very mystical, very dreamlike art, very spiritual, but here you go. So as you can see, gorgeous, just very gorgeous. And some of these are, as you could tell, I was already using them. I really love this deck. One of my new favorite decks. It looks like a crow with horse wings or some horse legs, I mean. But it's very unique, very different. I haven't. There a lot of Oracle decks are like this, but there's just something in particular about this one. I think it's because of the way it's just so simple, and it's just straight to the point, and it it just gives you the answers that you need without having to give you a million answers. You get the straight answer and you just feel complete after reading it. I think not just because of the guidebook, but because of what you can just see in this art. This art is very straight to the point. It's very symbolic and very just simple enough to understand, or at least in my opinion. Like right now, like let's say, the cards in the guidebook, it teaches you to look at the card and to really like see what you see first and then read what the card is telling you in the book. So, for example, let's say you're going through something in a relationship and let's just say you pull out this card. What is the first thing that you feel? You see this inner world of this woman, or this inner whatever is going on within her, and there's like a bird within, like, flying, and then she has like this, I forgot what this is called, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it reminds me of Christ, or when they put the rose thorns on his head. So it's like maybe like crucify, crucify me, not in a literal way, but in a symbolic way. Maybe she's felt crucified. Maybe she's felt like she had to go through this resurrection, this death, and maybe she had to let her spirit fly away from whatever has crucified her. I don't know. I'm just speaking through whatever I'm getting. And, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's what this deck teaches you on how to read the cards and to take notes. Just write it down, even if it doesn't make sense necessarily, or even if it does, just see that symbolic. Someone wearing a mask, there's antlers, extension of your consciousness, of your mind, that maybe these antlers or these things up here are connected to some source energy, and you can use this to connect with the mind, and that is what these cards tell you to write down. And once you write them down, you can look into the guidebook and find out more about the cards. But it also teaches you how to use the visuals and use your intuition, use your clairvoyance. And this is what I love about this deck. It does really teaches you, it shows you those exercises. And not only that, it has a very gothic feel to it, and I have a very gothic vibe to myself. And I love that, it's hard to find cards that have a dark art or a very gothy, which this is an amazing card right here. I really get a very twin flame relationship love. It says let love grow here, but it's gorgeous. Look at the artwork. Very inspirational as me as an artist, but as a creator too. Like, I really get a lot of inspiration with this card right here. I think I'm gonna work on my sketchbook today now. This person who did the art is a digital artist. She's an amazing artist. I don't know who she is personally, but I would love to know her. She's amazing. They're both amazing for making this deck. If I were to make my own Oracle deck, it would be something similar to this. So I'm going to give credit to the artist as well, because, she's beautiful too, of course, they're both pretty. They're both beautiful ladies, but this is the author, Fiona Horne, and this is the digital artist who created the artwork, which is fucking amazing. Her name is Marcela Bolivar. If I said her last name wrong, forgive me for that. Marcela. I'm pretty sure they probably won't even watch this video, but anyway, yeah, that is the review on this deck. If you're really into this kind of art or into that kind of style, that darker style, if you're really into clairvoyance and trying to understand your clairvoyance through just looking at pictures and speaking through spirit, your intuition, this is a great deck to work with. Very simplistic, but very detailed and very deep messages to unlock your hidden truths. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Okay.